Okay, today we are playing a game on Rialto. We are in the Silver SR range, and we will be playing a few boys throughout the game. I don't think we play Reinhardt or Winston at any point. I forget if there's D.Va in there. Otherwise, it's all the boys present. You know, the classics. So, let's start the game. Now it's on the console today. By the way, there you go. Got it in at the start. Haha, finally remembered for once. Can we use the audio in this video? Oh, it sounds like it. What a day. Alright. Usually past me was watching another video at the time, so, you know. I would not recommend what D.Va just did right there. Not sure what the end goal on that one was, except give them a lot of ult charge and also lose mech. But hey, you know, maybe it's all a bait. As we all know, classic joke buff for D.Va, just tape 2 of her pistols where her guns are on her mech. And then bam, you got him. It felt like we got hooked from really far away is really why I went back. No, it's because he got booped back as we got hooked. Okay, I see. I thought we got hooked from, like, mad far away. You know, I was just fooled. So, there's a Winston. Soldier's also behind us right now. That's what concerned me more there. Did we need to take a breather? I feel like we were, I mean, you know, we're pretty hurt. That's fair enough. We gotta try and deal with this soldier situation. We missed him with the hook. You know, don't miss with the hook. Alright, he's gone. We made extra sure he was gone. He didn't come back around the corner again, so it was fairly safe to assume, but we check anyway, just for the, you know, for sake of thoroughness. Anyway, a lot of our team are dead right now. We shouldn't be poking our face back out. We should have just, like, skedaddled through the gate behind us. The gate, you know, the gate on the right hand, you know, over there, around there. Should have just skedaddled around that one while we're waiting for our team to get back, really, instead of coming back out again. Our team are back now. Unfortunately, we hooked the boy, but then we ascended really fucking high, so, hey, you know, life is hard. It's turning into a real fuck. We started doing this, this game with D.Va Roadhog as our combo of tanks, which is basically the pivotal issue here. It's extraordinarily difficult to hold space with that particular combination of tanks. When I'm thinking of a bad tank combo, Roadhog D.Va is the combo that I think of, even more than, like, Roadhog and Zarya. Because, of course, Roadhog Zarya was actually meta for, like, 2 weeks in there. Wasn't that a time? So we're gonna use the Rudy Tooty Whiz Bang shooting. And tragically, you know, Winston's ulting, so it's gonna be pretty hard for us to dunk him in the river there. Didn't quite happen. And yeah, it's not going good. It could be going better. We just the only thing I can say is, like, you know, if we shot the men a lot better than we've been shooting them, things would be going better. But that's, of course, not terribly actionable advice. Is that actually just the video that did that? No, I guess it just hitched. That's okay, my computer's dying. It's like, unless we're just gonna, like, oh my, that was... She must have seen that one going a lot better in her head, right? Just like, I don't know why I stopped it there. That's not far enough in. Just like, oh yeah. Just tucked right in there, right up against that corner. So that didn't exactly pay massive dividends. Yeah, anyway, with our combo of tanks, like, all I can really say is, you know, if we clicked the men a lot better, it would be going better. Now our team's starting to get a bit of momentum back. The self-destruct was, of course, very tragic, but it sort of slowed them down. You know, they were spooked by it, if nothing else, and what more can you really ask for, I suppose? Just noticed I can see past me's cursor moving around on the screen. Again, that's not me, by the way. I'm not moving my mouse psychically, since you can see both of my hands. It's just... I wasn't just clicking over the window either, like I was doing something on top of this, and just captured the cursor but not the window, so, you know. If you didn't notice it before, you notice it now and you're very upset. So it's time to play Hammond. This is better than Roadhog D.Va, because now we're just playing, like, dive tanks, right? Nothing wrong with playing 2 dive tanks. Assuming we can play the dive tanks well, of course. There's no guarantee it's gonna go well if both your dive tank players are bad. So we're trying to get this boy. You know, mechanically it could be going better. It was not fantastic. Oh, fuck that guy, though. Oh, yeah. Fuck that Lucio, though. Let's go back and watch that one. Anyway, so the enemy team is capturing the point, actually, while we were doing this. So, this wasn't a very good use of our time to, like, chase Soldier around like that, while the enemy team was still pushing up. It was also going to be, like, quite... Oh, we're just going back to change right now? Nope, that's not the spawn door. Why is... Yo, actually, hold on. I didn't even know that alcove was back there. What's the point of this room? It's already behind a wall. What's the point of that room? I didn't know this was here because I've never been fighting in this position before. Why is this here? Anyway, so I guess we're going back to change right now. What are we going to change to? We're going to change to Zarya. Zarya D.Va is also quite bad. I don't like that we did this either. Like, if we don't want to play, like, Reinhardt, that's understandable. Playing Reinhardt's very upsetting. Like Orisa, you know, even Toes, it would probably be better. It's just, it's quite hard for us to hold space while we're using 2 off-tanks, principally here. Also the problem with Roadhog D.Va, that's 2 off-tanks again. Like, right now we just have no main tank. Toes is also not really a main tank, by the way, but... he's, like, the closest to being a main tank out of all the off-tanks, so, he would be better. Unless we are gonna, like, laser these boys really fucking good. This is the great equalizer with all heroes that you pick. If you're just fantastic at playing that hero, it doesn't matter how bad it could be composition-wise, because if you just crush them, what are they gonna do? What are they fucking gonna do? But yeah, I don't like the picks we've made so far, basically. But we are lasering these boys pretty good right now. We've been high energy for quite a while in here already, so that's a good start. They have a D.Va as well, right? Yes, they have a D.Va. So, of course, Zarya is very good at bullying D.Va. Drill right into that Reinhardt, or that Reinhardt? That Soldier. I don't know where the fuck that one came from. Ah, yes, Soldier, Reinhardt. Wait, what? No. Anyway, so their team is still pushing up behind us. We went on this crusade, and we killed their backline, and that was pretty cool and all. But, like, you have to bear in mind that both our tanks were kind of, like, doing this, so we had to, like, come back here and deal with this a lot sooner than we did right there. Like, we continued advancing on their spawn when we were after that baby D.Va. We were going way too hard on that one, pretty much. And needed to back up sooner because they ended up actually managing to push it a fair distance without any contest on the front line. But they didn't capture the point, and that's really all we can ask for, isn't it? So we almost have Graviton. They've picked Bastion, I just noticed. Yes, there's a Bastion there. Hopefully we're looking at the hero selects, or the tab screen frequently. This is the main reason to push tab repeatedly, by the way, particularly when the enemy team is regrouping. To see if they change heroes, because when the enemy team is resetting, there's a decent chance somebody will change, and there are certain heroes that if you don't know they're coming, can end up losing you the game if you're the defending team, right? Like, if you don't know there's a Bastion coming and he gets you while you were unawares, it's not good. That's like the main reason to check that screen pretty frequently, outside of like looking at if your team has their ultimates ready, just to see if they change, because of course you'll see that change reflected immediately once they switch. The video started getting fucked up again there, which is why I went back this time, and I hope that it isn't just the video that did that and was because I was pausing it. It was indeed because I was pausing it, it looks like. So we've only got a minute left, and with Graviton, that might be enough to win us the game, you know, depending how things go. This isn't gonna do it. It was fine, it was like, I'm not bothered about the Graviton, it's just that, like, our team isn't, like, particularly close. Soldiers kind of pressuring our backline right now. And then the bubble and the defense matrix is going to make it kind of hard for us to do stuff. So it wasn't the amount of people we captured in the Graviton, it was the timing of the Graviton, because we caught, like, good people in it, but our team was in the best position to capitalize, and then we were too low to really get in there and, like, fuck them up. Then there was the bubble and the defense matrix as well. Defense matrix actually doesn't really matter that much when you've got, like, Symmetra Zarya on your team, but, you know, it wasn't, mostly just because Soldier was, like, pressuring our backline at the time. It was going to make it hard for them to really, like, follow up from that position. So now, things could be going better, but they also could be going worse, to be honest, at the same time. So, we're fucking dead. Right there. Now, things could definitely be going better. They couldn't actually be going much worse at this point. It wasn't exactly a good position, don't get me wrong, but it looked like we might pull it back there for a second. We didn't. You know, things were kind of fucked up by that point. So, what are we picking now? Now we're playing Toes. Okay. With Roadhog. This is fine. I think the main issue with that previous round was just, like, tank combinations made it really difficult to do stuff. Out of the ones that we picked, like, cycled through, I would prefer if we just stayed on Hammond out of all the ones we played, because then at least we were just playing dive tanks, which is fine. Outside of that, like, we were playing, like, 2 off tanks the entire time, which just makes it really hard to, like, hold ground. Roadhog D.Va, Zarya D.Va being just, like, 2 pivotal two like really bad team comps I hold in my mind. We did see the trap. I went back to see if the trap was in field of view. It was. That also was just like a really risky walk in general, where we like, I get we were afraid of being booped off, but we like turned around and backed up into the enemy team. It's not good. It's not a good maneuver to make. And now we're back to the Zarya again. Zarya Roadhog, it's better. It's better than what we were doing before. I still don't like it. I still understand not wanting to play Reinhardt. Reinhardt's very upsetting to play. I loathe playing Reinhardt. Didn't you play Reinhardt for like 5 seasons? Yes! I wanted to play Tracer. Like, I get that. Just like Orisa or Toes, you know? Just like Hammond is fine even, you know? Like Hammond or Winston. Just a main tank. I just don't want us to be playing 2 off tanks, you know? Those houses are really sparse on the inside, aren't they? So, oh, we're changing again, it looks like. We are... Orisa! Ah! We did it. Okay. I didn't think we actually played Orisa. That one didn't register in my mind. But we, as you can see, we played a lot of tanks. It feels a lot like we're just switching between a bunch of heroes. Like, fuck, dude, I don't know what to do. But we've been playing main... like, we've not had main tank, like, this entire time. That's, like, the real thing. To, like, focus in on team comp-wise. So, ooh, that was, like, really shaky. We were all over the place with that one. So... I think we could have done it. I would have been very impressed if we did, but I did see it. Like, if we halt him right here off the edge, that would have been fucking incredible. Oh, we actually tried. We actually tried, so that's okay. I would have been very impressed if we did do it. We would have practically needed to be precognitive to do that, but, you know. I saw it in my mind's eye when I saw that. I was like, dude, what if we halted him over the edge right there? Right while he was using fucking sound barrier. Wouldn't that have just been fucking funny? Wouldn't he have just, like, ulted forward out of the game right there? Actually, he's playing on console. Wouldn't he have just, like, ripped the cord out of the wall right there? Would have been great. We're walking with that orb. Okay, we didn't. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. So, the thing here is that we put the shield down. Fair enough. The thing is, though, shield's breaking really fast, so... And then we go, like, all the way up to it, like, as the shield is breaking as well. So the shield is broken, And we're right up next to the bridge, so we have to walk all the way back again. And we end up dying on the way back. We could see it was breaking, and we still, like, walked right up to it. So that just meant we had to go pretty far to get back to safety again. So things are getting pretty fucked at this point. We're having trouble getting out of our spawn. To be honest, Orissa's pretty much the best one to play in this position, because at least you can, like, fight back. You know, you can shoot at the people across the bridge if you're having trouble getting across it. Whereas someone like Reinhardt, you have to walk across the bridge, and that's really fucking scary. Orisa has a gun, though. So they lost both their healers from that Deadeye right there, so they're basically fucked right now. Like, all damage they take right now is permanent damage, which is terrible, of course. Used the halt too soon there, you know, whatever. Didn't need to use Fortify right there. We were not likely to take very much damage, and we didn't take very much damage. So that Fortify ended up doing nothing. I think I might have just had halt when I meant Fortify, because I was talking about halt just prior. But what was happening to McCree? Hold on, McCree's dead. What's going on with this fucking thing up there? Look at this boy. Is he going fucking Super Saiyan in the spawn? It didn't last very long. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's because he's getting revived, isn't it? I thought he respawned. No, okay, he got revived by Mercy. I just saw that in the corner, and I've never actually seen that thing before. I've always just looked at the kill feed instead. So I was like, Jesus Christ, he respawned, and then something really serious was happening to him in the spawn room. No. I'm just stupid. That's okay. I already knew that to be the case, but I've managed to trick many people into thinking I'm intelligent, and that's all that really matters. So right there, Orisa players do that a lot, where they use, like, both their cooldowns at the same time. We used Fortify when, like, no damage was going to come to us. Actually, we threw him... I wonder if we pushed it by accident. We might have done it by accident. I don't know what the buttons are, because we did do them, like, at the same time, and not at the same time, actually. I was fooled again by my own self. It was pretty close to each other, but not at the exact same time. I wonder if we pushed it by accident anyway. Whatever. We were never gonna take a bunch of damage on Fortify right there. Because the goal, like, we had Fortify right there, that would have been better. But we also, like, we shouldn't really be doing this, which is, like, walking right up to the Reinhardt. Reinhardt would love if we were close to him. If we didn't use Fortify, I wouldn't be particularly bothered about us doing this, because Reinhardt whacking on Orisa while she's fortified, it takes forever to kill the Orisa. But because we don't have Fortify, I really don't like that we did this. I would prefer we didn't just walk up to the guy anyway, but if we didn't just use Fortify prior, I wouldn't have been especially bothered by it. I would have just been a little bothered by it instead. So, yeah, Orisa, like, you know, you can fight people from really far away. Reinhardt can't do any damage unless he gets close to you, you know? I get that we just kind of, like, wanted to shoot through his shield, probably. But, that's, like, Reinhardt would have to let us do that, pretty much, and we shouldn't expect Reinhardt to let us do that. So, we captured this checkpoint anyway, so whatever, you know, if they want to fight us here, I guess that's fine. Our spawn is right there, like, you can practically see them from inside the spawn. So, you know, whatever. We've got the Bongo. Bongo, low-key, one of the strongest ults in the entire game. Reinhardt. Hopefully Roadhog notices that guy walked up there. Doesn't look like he did. Reinhardt isn't dead yet. Yeah. So, I was hoping Roadhog would kill him. I knew this was coming when I saw Reinhardt didn't die. Like, we've got to be aware of the fact Reinhardt didn't die in this moment, right? Like, this is where you got to watch the kill feed, because, like, we don't want to chase the guy all the way up there. That's really time-consuming as Orisa. Understandable. But we probably saw Roadhog was up there. But we gotta be watching the kill feed to see if Reinhardt dies. Because this is the logical conclusion of Reinhardt not dying behind us. Nothing... Oh, God, that scared me. Alright. Oh, I was captivated by this boot. So much drama in, like, half a second. Anyway, Reinhardt didn't do anything there. Like, he ended up just wasting his ultimate. But, like, it's not hard to imagine a situation where that goes a lot worse than what just happened to us, right? So, you gotta be aware that Reinhardt didn't die. In general, if someone's behind you and you're the main tank, you don't really want to go out of your way to chase after the guy, but you gotta be watching to see if he does die. Because if he doesn't die, it's gonna become your problem again in the near future, you know. I've never used this Orisa skin personally. I've never seen these little boys on the gun, because I hate wood elves, okay? I hate fucking tree-hugging, long-eared nerds, okay? I fucking hate them. I don't like this skin as a result of that. But, like, these little boys on the gun, and they're, like, bounce around with the gun. Oh, my God, look at these little boys. That's incredible. I love these little boys. It's a shame that it's on a wood elfy skin. You know, a Trent wood elfy kind of skin. And fuck wood elves. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. I like the orcs. My elves are beautiful little fungus boys that crave nothing but the green tide. And, yeah. They're not actually elves at all. But they don't like elves very good. You know, elves are really good for crumping because they're very soft, of course. Those fucking tree-hugging nerds. Soldier's really fucking going in on this one. He used Attack Visor, and it wasn't very good, but he felt like he had to do something, so he really went after Ana right there. It didn't work. It didn't work. There was room for improvement on his play right there. Wow, Ryan is not building up that Earth Shatter again very quickly. It's been quite a while, and he's only at 33% again right now. This is turning into a real fuck of a fight right now. We're just, like, dancing around the payload, hoping for the best pretty much right now, which is all we really can do. Here comes Riptire. There it is. We didn't have Fortify, so, you know. That did turn into, like, a real fuck. Let's go back and examine the situation again. Because I was busy thinking about my beautiful little fungus boys for part of this, so, you know. We used Fortify right there basically to reduce damage on Fire Strike, which is not a good use of Fortify. Like, if we take the damage from Fire Strike, whatever. Because we're about to, like, have this fight, right? You really want Fortify when the fight starts. Because now we're taking all of this damage right here, which also should be standing on the backside of the payload right now. We can see the shield's about to break, and we don't have Fortify right now. So right now, we need to be using the payload as cover. We shouldn't be standing in front of the payload, we should be standing behind the payload instead. We're just like, shield, come up, please. So, not good use of Fortify. Then also, don't stand in front of the payload right there either. Stand behind the payload. You got a gum. You know, you can stand further back as Orisa and you're doing just fine because you got a gum. And here comes Riptire. You know. By that point, we're pretty much fucked anyway. The whole fight by that point was pretty much falling apart around us regardless. We've had this bongo for a while, haven't we? Try not to hold your ult for this long. We've actually held it for the whole second point, I think. Unless we built it up well again while I was thinking about my beautiful fungus boys, but I don't think we did. Bongo is also one of the strongest ults in the game. You really want to use this ult repeatedly. I don't like putting it in this room. I'd rather we just put it here, because in that room, there's a pretty narrow range that it can actually be working on people from, because they need to be in the doorway, essentially. At least back here, like, most of our team is long-ranged, right? Like, even Roadhog is pretty long-ranged. So, like, we can put it behind this wall and just, like, posture from back here and fight and, like, chip away at their shield, if nothing else, and then move up. In this room, gives it a much narrower field of view to work in. We also just, like, stand in front of this bastion, because we were trying to do stuff with the bongo. But, like, that's a much narrower view. I'd rather we just put it on the outside of the gate and fight from there. And then, once they start losing some health, losing some shields, you know, then we can, like, push up and actually do stuff, rather than just, like, putting it in the doorway, and then pretty much just marching into Bastion. McCreasy's in Deadeye. Nothing happened. Except McCree died. We're back to having 2 off-tanks again. I honestly felt like things were going a lot better while we were playing Orisa. I understand I probably didn't feel that way, because playing like, look, unless you're absolutely crushing the enemy team, things never feel like they're going well when you're playing a tank. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You ever been playing tank, especially like Reinhardt, right? And you're playing, and it's going well actually. You end up winning the fight, but it feels terrible the whole time. It just feels awful, even if it's going well. Unless you're crushing, it never feels good when you're playing tank. You know what I mean? 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 If you play tank, you know what I mean. I'm sure. It's just very upsetting. We like walk back out to Bastion again. We need to be really careful when we walk around corners right now, pretty much. Roadhog's going fucking in. Bastion got a little stuck, it looked like, but, you know. Ooh, Turok 883982. Excellent name, excellent name. There's a lot of Turoks, apparently, as it turns out. I only thought there were like 4 games, but apparently I've missed out on a few entries. Remember that fucking, like, Xbox 360 Turok game? Where it was just like, alright, what if we just made it into, like, some weird amalgamation of Halo and Gears of War, as was the style at the time. There was that fucking, like... Yo, this is, like, really important to me. There was, like, a fucking Turok strategy game. I just suddenly had this, like... real clear memory in my mind here. Of this, like, little pixely Turok game that I need to assure myself actually existed right now. Ah, yes, here is one image of it, but it's, like, split with something else. Now... like, probably none of you even know what fucking Turok is. This isn't exactly a prevalent game series anymore, but it's just, like, really important to me that everybody sees this little man. Here we go. Look at this little man. Look at him. He's so mad. Look at him. This was like a Turok game that they made for some reason. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is a complete fucking mess to me. Is this that Gunvolt game? I don't know. Whatever. This guy looks like a nerd. Fuck Pidge. Fuck Pidgey. Anyway, that was a tangent that appealed to nobody but myself. I just suddenly in my mind's eye saw this fucking pixely Turok game, and I was like, did I dream that? Was there actually like a fucking, like... top-down strategy pixely Turok thing? Yes, there was. Yes, there was actually. For some reason. Anyway, this Zarya is a lot scarier than we are, and she's ignoring us right now. We just got Earth Shattered also. Now we're getting pinned. Ooh, it really couldn't have gone worse, could it? We're probably about to change to Hammond because we're running out of time. Are we about to be Hammond when we respawn? No, but we're changing, it looks like. No, we decided not to. We should be Hammond right now. We gotta get back faster. Let's be real, it's not gonna matter. But we should be, though. We should be Hammond. Yeah, so... It was a big fuck. So the big thing in that game is really like team comp. We had 2 off tanks for the vast majority of that game, which is bad. And things were going really bad, and I feel like the predominant reason for that was just like it is so hard to take space when you're playing with 2 off tanks. I did not like it. I didn't care for it, and I would prefer if we didn't do that. And then Orisa, there was mostly cooldown stuff like using Fortify and Shield at the same time is generally not recommended. Using Fortify to block, like, meaningless damage or when we weren't going to take any damage in the near future. Cooldown stuff. Which is, you know, Orisa is really cooldown dependent as a hero. All tanks are, to some extent, you know. But, like, Orisa... her cooldowns are really fucking important. Like, she has like 3 very good cooldowns for a tank, right? Like, Halt's been nerfed a bunch of times. Well, not a bunch of times, but Halt's been nerfed, so that's upsetting, you know. Shield's been nerfed, obviously. But, like, her cooldowns are all quite good. So, Fortify and Halt are very good anyway. The shield is only okay at this point, but having a shield is better than not having a shield by most standards, to be honest. So, yeah. Big thing this game is just like team comp. Very, very unfortunate, very hard to control space with 2 off-tanks. Try not to. So thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. More than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. I start streaming on Twitch Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 PM EST to 11 EST. The link should have in the description. And if you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future. And I hope you found the video helpful.